If your business still uses paper timesheets or manual logs to track your field employees, you're already losing time, money, and accuracy. Every week, I talk to business owners who are buried in paperwork, chasing timesheets, fixing payroll errors, or trying to verify who actually showed up for their shifts or their visits in the first place. And whether you're a home care, security, housekeeping, or maintenance company, the pattern is always the same. Missed punches, people faking their times, late billing, and compliance headaches end up costing you thousands every single year. So in this video, I want to show you how field-based companies like yours and like mine modernize attendance by tracking it better, improve their payroll and their billing, all using our software OnTime, the same system that I use to run my 8-figure home care agency. Let's start with a bit of context. If you run a business where employees work in the field, whether that's home care, security, cleaning companies, or pool maintenance, accurate time and attendance is really everything. In home care, specifically, agencies are required by law to use EVV. And EVV just stands for electronically verified visits. That means that we have to prove who has worked, where they worked, and when they worked, and actually submit that to state officials. But even if you're not in home care, EVV level accountability protects your business. It gives you proof that services were delivered, that the staff was actually present, and that your invoices are legit. It's kind of like having a very good audit trail. Without automation though, managing hundreds of visits or shifts becomes definitely a nightmare. Payroll errors stack up, overtime disputes happen, and you start losing money because hours aren't being tracked or verified correctly. The pain points are universal. You got lost timesheets, late submissions of information, missed visits, and billing delays that all ultimately stall cash flow, either for your company or for your employees. Either way, not a good situation. And when that happens, it's not just about inefficiency, it's about your reputation and your bottom line. Before I built OnTime, I lived with the same problem every single day. My home care agency was growing really fast, and we relied completely on paper timesheets. And at the end of every week, staff would turn in these handwritten sheets that were really hard to read. Some were missing dates, others had no client signatures, and we were constantly chasing down our staff just so we were able to close out payroll in time. Our supervisors spent hours reviewing forms, payroll, verifying hours manually, and billing was always late because first we needed those timesheets in. We had caregivers who worked hard but couldn't get paid on time because their paperwork wasn't complete, or worse, it was lost altogether. We'd have claims rejected because visit times didn't really match what was authorized. Believe me, it was a total disaster, and I wasn't on a sustainable path at that point. I want to actually tell you a pretty crazy story. So we were going through our normal payroll cycle, and I'm kind of seeing the errors, because this would always happen. There would either be errors in people's checks because everything was manually calculated, or people's checks weren't produced, they were accidentally skipped, or worse, their paperwork wasn't delivered. There was always something. So here it comes again. We're on check pickup day, and I hear an aide arguing with my receptionist. And what happened is that she was waiting for her check. She delivered her timesheet, and she was expecting to get paid on that day. And what ended up happening is that she got her timesheet in late, past our payroll cutoff. But she figured, since I got my payroll sheet in on the day that it was due, that it didn't matter. But we had already closed out payroll for that day, and she was going to be skipped. It was actually going to be skipped until the next 2 weeks because we were on a 2-week cycle. Now, she completely lost it, ended up crying. And what happened is that she was expecting that paycheck to cover her daughter's birthday party. And of course, it was like a huge meltdown because she needed to get paid. And in reality, she was wrong for bringing in that document late. But at the same time, our process just didn't accommodate that situation. And I felt like, you know what? These are people who are working hard in our company, and I had to do something. That date was really the turning point. I knew that we had to do better, and we had to create a better system to track attendance, manage our payroll, and of course, have that all spill over into our billing process. And that's what led to the creation of OnTime. I wanted a single platform that connects the entire operational workflow for field-based businesses. If you're dealing with the same headaches, whether it's paper timesheets, manual audits, or payroll errors, I really suggest that you stop now and check out the link that I have down below. It goes over the exact system that I use in my home care agency to run it daily, stay compliant, have accurate records. Even if you're not in home care, maybe you're running a security company or a cleaning crew or a maintenance team, this will change how you operate, I guarantee it. So while you're watching, just hit that pause button for a second, save the demo link, and come back to the demo, because once you see what OnTime can do, you'll never go back to paper or to your current system. Here's how our system ultimately works. OnTime's time and attendance system connects every step of your workflow, from scheduling to attendance to payroll and billing. It starts with scheduling. You can create and assign visits or shifts in seconds. The entire schedule lives in one place and is visible to both your managers and to the employees who are running the day-to-day. Then comes clocking in and clocking out. Field staff could use the OnTime mobile app to record their time with GPS verification so you know exactly where and when they worked. That means no more fake timesheets where people are kind of fudging the numbers, no more disputes. You're able to stay on top of things so people are showing up on time, and you have full EVV compliance if you're a home care agency. Your managers can monitor attendance in real time through the daily attendance tracker. You'll see who's clocked in, who's late, and who's missing a shift as it's happening, not hours later, not days later. Once those hours are approved, OnTime automatically calculates the payroll, including your overtime, any sort of pay differentials. You can even process your pay time off or other pay codes, and it's all going to be handled seamlessly within the same platform. From there, everything flows into billing and invoicing. Approved visits automatically generate billable units or client invoices. So your finance team also gets a break from reviewing independent sheets and making sure there's a match between visits and invoices. And for reporting, you could export everything that you need: payroll summaries, EVV reports, attendance logs, or client billing. All you need to do is pick the date range and click review. That's the power of having a connected system. When we switched from our paper process and our Google Sheets process to OnTime, it was really like night and day. Payroll went from taking 3 days to just a few hours. We eliminated the back and forth over missing hours and having to get signatures on documents. Billing, which used to lag behind by a week or two, became nearly instant because all the data was already verified and already in the system and ready to go. We reduced our payroll disputes significantly, and we got our EVV compliance to 96%. So there were still a few people who were struggling with the app, but we really turned things over by eliminating paper and going fully electronic. And we ended up starting to get paid faster, and everything really just improved from that point. And here's the best part of it all. This didn't just work for home care. The same tools and processes now work for security teams, janitorial services, landscaping companies, pool companies, really anyone who needs to track field attendance and bill for time or visits or for the installs that they're doing. It's one of those systems that once you have it, you wonder how you ever ran your business without it. With OnTime, you get complete visibility over your workforce. You can see who's on the clock, where they are, and which shifts are covered, all in real time. So you stop wasting hours reconciling some sort of paper forms or like triplicate and duplicate carbon copy forms that you might have on service gigs. You stop losing money because of missed visits or just things that were done that weren't properly documented so they weren't billed. And you stop stressing out about employee compliance, especially those of us who are really under the scrutiny of state regulators. Whether you manage 10 employees or 500, OnTime scales with you. It brings structure, accuracy, and accountability to every part of your business. If your business still depends on paper or multiple disconnected systems, you're wasting time, money, and it's happening every single week. You can't grow efficiently if you're stuck managing manual processes that really belong in the past. So what I really want you to do is book that demo using the link below to see how OnTime can simplify your time, how you track your attendance, your payroll, and your billing systems. I'll walk you through exactly how we use this inside my own company and how it can be tailored to fit your industry, whether that's home care, security, or again, one of the other maintenance-based services. This is the same system that has helped me scale to 8 figures, reduce my administrative load and the headaches that my staff face, and keep every part of my operation running smoothly. So if you're ready to get organized, stay compliant, and finally take your business to the next level and take control of your time and attendance processes, check out the link below, book your demo, and let's modernize how your business runs today.